the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Portland Trail Blazers. For Portland, they've fallen into the bottom tier of teams, but looking to make up some ground. They're going against a team that they feel they're more than capable of beating. And Terry Stotts establishing continuity in Portland, extended through 2020. Shaq, he seems to have a philosophy that players relate to.
Very smart, offensive-minded guy, gives the stars freedom, but puts them in a position to succeed.
You know what? He helped the Mavs, win that title as an assistant.
Yeah.
And making the Blazers a major factor. He did that in his second year there. And then now he's continuing. Excuse me.
You okay, Cookie Monster?
I was eating a little cookies. I'm sorry.
And now we sent it out to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
On the road, looking for a win against their Western Conference rival, the Dallas Mavericks are ready for this thing to get started. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. That's certainly what we have in store for us today. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Back to the road tomorrow, as this is the final game of the Trailblazer homestand. Looking at where they've been, guys, where they're headed right now, hard to say exactly considering they have not played that well.
During the course of a long season, one of the things that you really look forward to is approaching All-Star break. It gives you a chance to kind of get some physical and mental rest and really get away from the game. Your teammates, your coaches, and that's not always a bad thing.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, undisputedly, Damian Lillard is the leader of this Blazers team. Now, Yusuf Nurkic said, he's the best thing that's happened to me. To have a superstar in this league as a leader, a friend, and a teammate, it makes me better. Kevin?
LDA, you can't get much higher praise than that. Thanks. Very little locked in at this point, Brent, but sometimes it feels like the best teams are just waiting for the playoffs to begin.
Well, there's always this idea about building up for the playoffs, and I think over the past 5 or 6 seasons, most of the talk that we have is about those teams being as healthy as they possibly can be. And I think that's the time in the season we're at now, Kevin. Make sure that everybody is 100% ready to go, not just mentally, but physically.
The coaches got to keep their focus, right? I mean, that's tough to do.
The coaches do, but the good ones start that process maybe in the last 15 games of the season to try to ramp things up so that guys feel ready to go once the end of the regular season comes.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On the floor for Dallas. On the wings, it's Doncic and Barnes. Enes Kanter is out there with Porzingis, and it's Barea in at the point. Dishes it to Kanter. Passes it to Porzingis. Clock at 6. For the 3. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And no matter how well you defend, when you shoot that poorly, it's going to be a very difficult challenge for you to get a win.
Yeah, almost impossible, really. It was one of those games where almost everyone on the roster had that off night. Inside and out, ice cold.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. McCollum, left side, buries it down low.
Just like it when he gets in there. McCollum using his wingspan to take advantage.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Barea against Turner. Barea, the pass to Barnes. A baseline J. Portland grabs the miss.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And the dunk by Barnes.
And that's how you set up your teammates. Done with a little bit of flair.
Barnes has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. McCollum, left side. Can't hit from 12.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Porzingis inside. He's covered by Aminu. And there it is for him.
Now, how pretty is that shot for Porzingis? A nice release point and so soft coming off the fingertips.
Lillard from outside. Porzingis with the rebound. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And it's not that you have to take chances, but you got to step up your effort and try to get disruptive. They never did that. And on the road, that's a recipe for disaster.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
McCollum outside. Good on the triple. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
That's good focus from the Bosnian Bear getting down there. Nurkic finding the open man with ease.
Barea kicks to Porzingis. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. For Portland, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Back to Lillard. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. There's the pass to Aminu. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Nurkic. He sinks the 11-footer.
And Nurkic proving he's got a little touch there from the mid-range. Very difficult guy to guard.
Barea looking for an opening. Pass to Porzingis. Kicks it to Doncic. Pass to Barnes. Releases. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
No, right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Well, a lot to love about the Blazers' 2017-18 season, but it ended on a very sour note.
Well, they were a surprise third team in the West last year. It was so tightly grouped. Things shook out for Portland to end up with home court advantage, but eventually swept out of the playoffs by a Pelican team that just played at breakneck speed. So getting swept was really hard for the Blazers. They did a lot of good things last year, developed Zach Collins in the later part of the season. But we'll see this year if they make some changes in order to have something more dynamic that they can offer up.
Now here's Barnes following the miss by C.J. McCollum.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. McCollum outside. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got his third basket of the night right there.
I'm sure that's on the scouting report to not let him catch and shoot. With McCollum's marksmanship, that's easy money.
Doncic passes to Kanter. Shoots over Turner. Kanter's shot is off. Portland leading. Lillard with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Offline with his 3.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Barea finds Kanter. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
A reliable finisher who can score in a multitude of ways. Kanter is a tough cover down low.
Now here's Lillard. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Barea against Lillard. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Well, this is where his perimeter game just becomes dangerous for the opposition. Your defense extends out, and he can still bury those shots.
Here's Nurkic. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Lillard outside. And the Trailblazers, another three.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Barea kicks to Porzingis. That one wide left.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
McCollum right side. That one good for two. And now a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
And here's Barea. No points in the game yet for him. Barnes. No good, and he's 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Kicks it out to Lillard. Shoots over Barea. No good off the back of the rim.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Leonard, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Reese Harkless comes in for Turner. Seth Curry, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Damian Lillard. That free throw good from Doncic. We see more and more teams looking to push the tempo. Is that just a fad, or is this going to be a long-term thing?
Well, if I can play against any defense that has no ability to set up where they want to be or have the matchups with the players they want to have, Kevin, I'm going to look to take advantage. And if that happens in the first 5-6 seconds with one pass, so be it.
Here is Cook. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Around halfway through the season, and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. You look at Dallas. They're down in 10th place here in the middle part of the season. They'll need to make a move soon. And, of course, Portland, 2.5 games back.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yep, any glimmers of hope that may have been there early for them have all just disappeared at this point. It's looking more and more like a season that will not end well for this team.
And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Doncic with it. Curry meets him.
That's some of the toughness Coach wants from Leonard. Getting into the shooter's face, altering the shot without fouling. Good job.
And for Portland, they're shooting to start this game off about 41% from the floor. Now Curry. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah. Here's Doncic. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Curry passes to Aminu. The slam dunk by Aminu.
That's going to make some highlight reels. Explosive Aminu attacking the rim is one of the best Aminus you're going to get.
Passes to Powell. Here's Nowitzki. Nice touch on the shot from close range.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here is Cook, guarded by Powell. Now here's Harkless. No points in the game yet for him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, few have more job security in the NBA than Terry Stotts. Consistently gets a ton out of his Portland Trailblazer team. They run a very intricate and unique offense. Now in his 7th year with the Blazers, they've had a lot of success under Coach Stotts.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And with Terry Stotts last year, there were some rumblings about his job after the sweep.
Might have been a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. Remember, Portland slid into that 3rd seed with how close it was in the Western Conference, and that might have added a bit more pressure. But Portland does not have a lot of flexibility with their roster. Somehow Terry Stotts gets to 50 wins in any given year. So it might have been a poor decision, and they saw through that, and he's back for this season.
Now, here's Doncic. 29 points for him last game against the Warriors in Oakland.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
4 on the clock. Powell. And Al Farouk Aminu gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And that's his 2nd foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's Doncic. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Powell kicks to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. There's the pass to Nowitzki. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Portland leading by 4. Cook looking it over. He dishes it to Harkless. Back to Cook. Poked away. Doncic with the steal. Fast break Dallas. Oh, and the dunk by Barnes.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here is Cook. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Leonard dishes to Curry. Kicks it out to Leonard over Nowitzki. And it's Leonard missing.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot. I think he wanted to shoot that ball, but you see your teammate wide open. Be a good teammate. Make the delivery.
Cook, the pass to Curry. Nurkic with it. Back to Curry. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Measuring, he's checked in for Dirk Nowitzki. And both free throws good for Curry.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Doncic kicks to Powell. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Here is Cook. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And great steal and look ahead there. Compared to most guys his age, Doncic sees the game at another level.
Harrison Barnes getting it done for Dallas. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Right back after this break. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
Yeah, so that disruption is helping out because it's leading to some easy chances on the other end.
We've got Yusuf Nurkic. Curry is out there with Cook. Then there's Mo Harkless, and it's Leonard in at the power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. But they'll get another chance. From down in the low post, it goes.
I feel like when Myers Leonard plays significant minutes, he can get himself into the rhythm of the game. That's when a lot of his better offensive rebounding games come.
Doncic kicks to Powell. Inside, wants to get it to Barnes and does. Comes up empty down low. Trailblazers trail by 3. Pass to Curry. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Dallas. Last time they met was in Dallas.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
Yeah, a few of their reserves got some decent minutes that night, and they took the opportunity and ran with it. A lot of scoring coming off the pine in that win.
Puts it up from 17. He can't get it to go. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Yusuf Nurkic, a free agent this past summer. A lot of big men, Brent, on the market, and he flew under the radar.
Well, this team knows maybe how good Nurkic can be because they see him in practice all the time. They're just looking for a little bit more consistency in terms of the effort from him. The next few seasons of his development was really going to be a critical part of Nurkic's career.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Harkless kicks to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Mejri with the rebound. Dallas leading by 5. Lee in the posts. Curry meets him. Lee gets the bucket. Lee's got his first 2 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here is Cook. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with how he approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in.
Lee kicks to Powell. Now, here's Doncic. He's tightly guarded. Count that bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Curry against Lee. Curry deciding where to go with it. Leonard against Lee. And Curry, here we go. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. The Mavericks have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Turner's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. McCollum comes in for Seth Curry. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Cook. And then for Dallas, Porzingis is checked in for Mejri. And Barea subbed in for Harrison Barnes. The free throw drops for Powell. Brent, the league is shaking things up as far as training and evaluation of referees. Do you think it'll result in getting a higher percentage of calls correct? They're pretty good as it is now.
The referees are fantastic.
They are.
And the fact that we're even having a discussion about a higher percentage of correct calls, Kevin, I would just like to have a higher percentage of correct calls for the rest of this game with you.
Well, good. This guy next to me handed me this card. It wasn't my idea. It was this guy over here.
Yeah, well,
he said, ask Brent about the refereeing.
We need the stats, guys.
Yeah. Oh, no, we do. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Evan Turner, the former number 2 pick out of Ohio State, acts as a utility knight for this team. He can wear a lot of different hats. His versatility might be his best trait.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And with Turner, as you mentioned, Greg, he can play both wing spots and does whatever you need from him on offense.
Well, you like what he's playing in the post and bullying small wings. Much better from that area of the floor than from outside. He also can act as a playmaker, very adept at running the pick and roll.
All free throws good from Turner.
And the leadership that Evan Turner offers up can be a huge bonus. This is a guy who continues to accept and play well within his role.
Here's Porzingis. Out to Lee. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. 20 feet out. And he hits the jump shot. McCollum's got 12 points in the game.
Well, you got to recognize how dangerous a scorer this young player is. McCollum gets in rhythm and stays there.
Barea finds Porzingis. And it's Lee, that time on the assist by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 3 assists tonight.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's McCollum. Porzingis with the block.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Aminu's checked in. It's McCollum on the wing, guarded by Porzingis. Again, McCollum missing.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard with it. He has 6. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
Lillard against Barea. Here's the floater, and it's good on the way in. And now a 10-point Dallas lead.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Timeout.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
Get your numbers up. I had to get my numbers up.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas.
Looking at some numbers for Turner. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 8 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
Here's Lillard. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Lillard's got 8.
Now, Lillard right now just locked in, even with the defense having all eyes on him.
And here's Barea. His last outing, he had 8 points. Porzingis can't hit. The shot from 20 feet away. No good on that one.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Now, Doncic. He's got 9. A nice shot by Barea.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
McCollum kicks to Leonard. Back to McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Lillard from outside. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter. I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second. Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Off target from 3-point range.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The 3 from McCollum. The Mavericks pull it in.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
Doncic. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And a wide open look for McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't figure out what's wrong, but he keeps trying to push through.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
Lets it go from deep. Again, McCollum missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Nurkic checked in for Portland. Barea with a wide open look. Portland grabs the miss. McCollum's got his 4th rebound in this one. He kicks to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
At 280 pounds, I think Nurkic is well within his means to score past contact.
Pass to Lee. Dallas moving it around. Porzingis with the ball. Picked up by Turner. Porzingis against Turner. With the fadeaway. And yes, it's good. And that's 10 points for Porzingis.
Yeah, you want Porzingis, especially with that kind of size, if you're the coaching staff, to go in and dominate on the glass. Do something on the interior. We're seeing that now.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside. And even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
And stolen by Nowitzki. Puts one up from 19. And too long on the shot. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Portland. It's a 14-point game. Here's McCollum. That one's not going to go. Good D by Lee. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they've put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Here's McCollum. And that one's on target from the wing. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
Wow, he really stopped short on that one. The poise, the body control of McCollum, especially evident there when he pulls up.
Nowitzki, good. Nowitzki's got the lead up to 14 now for Dallas.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. McCollum's got 17.
Man, he is in the zone right now on offense, guys, building off that efficient first quarter.
1:06 left now here in the second. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barea. And while we can, let's find out a little bit about the shooting guards around the league and which of them have had the most assists over the last 10 games. Number 1, Luka Doncic. C.J. McCollum is second.
And that list of players just goes to show that great passing doesn't just come from the point. The way those guys distribute the ball from the 2 spot is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, it truly is. You need to have scoring from that off-guard position, but with the way the point guards score nowadays, a ball mover is certainly an asset. And with the way those guys spread the ball around, that's what you get.
Here's Turner. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
One shot.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Lee outside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Inside, Lee with the steal. On the wing, Barnes. Turner covering. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First free throw is good. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Evan Turner. And Dallas also making a switch. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dirk Nowitzki. And both free throws good for Barea. 32 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now here's Curry. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, Cook with it. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Cook's got 5 points so far. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Barea kicks to Barnes. 3 seconds left, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 9. And we've reached halftime in this one. The Mavericks on top, leading by 9. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Harrison, shots definitely falling in the first half. How did you guys get it going?
Just us playing off each other, trying to get to the basket, trying to work it around. When there's balance scoring like we have tonight, everyone tries to feed off each other.
Strength in numbers, right? Thanks, Harrison. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Harrison Barnes was the man in the first. He had 14 points and 3 rebounds. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. That part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail. You got to have a balanced approach. And tonight, they found a ton of success inside. Basketball and championships are won inside out. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
And Kenny, what did you see from Portland?
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling, like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the boards. That's a hustle stat.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
And we welcome you back to a beautiful aerial view of the I-5 freeway as it flows over the Willamette River here in Portland, Oregon. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
Dallas leading by 9. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. On the wings, it's Doncic and Barnes. Porzingis is out there with Enes Kanter, and it's Barea in at the 1 spot. And here's Barnes for 3. He's off on that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
Well, Damian Lillard, a star in this league for several years now. Whether that's recognized by an all-star appearance or not, it doesn't matter. He has been elite at the point guard position. Just a dynamic scorer and one of the more lethal players in the NBA, hoping to push Portland further and further at some point in his career. No defender is going to have a shot against that kind of play. He's just too tall to stop that close to the rim.
And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard looking around. To the inside. Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. And so it's Barea with it. They'll bring it up for Dallas. They have a 9-point lead. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Porzingis against Lillard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Damian Lillard has always been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create let him carry the load on offense, and has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team, has grown into that role the last few seasons.
The first one falls. And with Lillard and becoming a team leader, Greg, he's always been one to lead by example.
And when Lillard was the clear star of the team, players started to look at him as a mentor, realize the kind of effect he can have on his teammates. And that led him to opening up, inviting them to dinner and hanging out. Wasn't something he took to immediately, but he has shown he could not only be a franchise talent on the court, but off the court as well.
Barea finds Barnes. Back to Barea. Here's Kanter. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Like the execution there from Kanter. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Aminu against Porzingis. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. That one wide left. Dallas leading by 9. And Barea has it in the corner. Outside, Porzingis. 5 on the clock. Here's Doncic. Mavericks with the new shot clock. Here's Kanter. Out left to the wing. Doncic kicks to Barea. Cans it from downtown. Barea's got 10 points in the game.
Well, the defense looked lost there. Get out your compass. No excuses. You got to guard the perimeter.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And Luka Doncic, not the top pick in the draft this past June, but one of the more exciting names out of this rookie class.
Dallas made a point to trade up and draft him. Doncic not playing in the Summer League as he has had a hefty workload in Europe before the draft. Still came away with Euro MVP honors, and at his age, that is incredible.
Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. Kicks to Aminu. Portland again missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Barea against Lillard. Here's Cantor. That shot off. Great D that time from Nurkic. McCollum outside. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Doncic. Finished off the break. Doncic has got the lead up to 14 now for the Mavs.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
And the basket by McCollum.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Cantor kicks to Barnes. From the wing. Aminu grabs the miss.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Took him no time at all on that one. Nurkic has got it back down to within single digits for Portland. Lillard against Barea. And here's Barnes for three. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. McCollum outside. Offensive rebound. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Great concentration on display from Nurkic to get the foul and still come away with the made field goal.
And for Yusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
One shot, find the lanes.
Dallas leading by 9. Barea kicks to Porzingis. A floater, and it's good on the layup. Porzingis has got 6 here in this quarter. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Lillard against Barea. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. Offline with his 3.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Doncic, no good. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. McCollum, one of the best shooters in the NBA. Any range, Brent, any shot, he can knock it down.
Yeah, a little bit of a down year in 18 for Lillard, but the way that he can score and the efficiency with which he can score is just remarkable. I really like to watch the pace he plays with, Kevin. I mean, he finds spots on the floor to get to and has that length and kind of never sped up sort of mentality on the offensive end. Becomes very, very dangerous.
Wants to get it to Harkless and does. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Passes to Kanter. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Back to Porzingis. Clock at 6. Here's Barnes. Rebound by the Trailblazers. McCollum's got 6 rebounds here tonight. There's the pass to Harkless. Porzingis with the block, and he recovers it. Harkless with the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Porzingis finds Barnes. Back to Porzingis. Barnes outside. From 13, the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Lillard the pass to McCollum. And Kanter over to help. Inside, Porzingis with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Barea with the ball. Pass to Doncic. Porzingis kicks to Barea. Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded by McCollum. And Doncic gets it to go.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
It's McCollum on the wing. And Kanter over to help. Lillard outside. No good with the triple.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
The 3 from Barnes. Rebounded by McCollum. McCollum's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And the foul called on Porzingis. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. Cook's checked in. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Measury, he's checked in for Kanter. Nowitzki comes in for Porzingis. Powell, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And Lee's subbed in for Doncic. Here's Curry. Hits the close-range jumper. Curry's got 6. And so it's Barea with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They've led by as many as 14 points. Tries from 10. Here's Measury. Nurkic with the block.
Excellent defense by Nurkic on that play. He made sure that shot was not going anywhere near the rim.
And the basket by McCollum.
And his versatility on offense is so spectacular. He always finds ways to help put points up on the board.
Now here's Barea, guarded closely. Count the basket. Barea's got 5 points now this quarter.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Cook the pass to Harkless. He kicks it to Nurkic. A 3 from McCollum. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki.
And they continue to control the glass.
The shot by Powell, no good. McCollum outside. Shoots over Powell. Again, McCollum missing. Dallas leading by 9. Right side, Lee. Pass to Barea. 6 to shoot. Lee outside. Over Harkless. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Portland's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Goes up the baseline. Cook, good. He's got 7.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
Barea with it. He's got 12. Over in the corner, Lee. Over Cook. Lee, that's good. Lee's got 6.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
McCollum, no good.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
Powell. That one rolling around and rims out. Trailblazers trail by 9. McCollum finds Nurkic. Here is Cook, guarded by Barea. Pass to McCollum. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
And here's Barea outside. The rebound by Cook. And for Portland, they're shooting the ball around 43% from the floor so far in the third quarter. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's McCollum. Misses in close. Dallas leading by 9. And here's Barea. 12 points for him. Nowitzki outside. Over Harkless. Dallas no good that time either. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
These guys are going to struggle guard movement, but if we dribble, they got one situation to play. It's too easy. All right? Come on. Let's go.
So more ball movement, Greg. That's what they're looking for.
Absolutely. When you over dribble, you really do bail the defense out. The more you move the ball, the more it tires out the defense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Al-Farouq Aminu, Cook out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic, and it's Harkless in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Barea kicks to Lee. Shoots over Curry. No good from Lee. Trailblazers trail by 9. Here's Harkless. Buries it from three-point range. Harkless has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Trailblazers. Now Barea, the pass to Lee. To the middle, outside for Barea. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Portland the other way. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Back to Curry. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Aminu dishes to Curry. Lee with the block. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Powell. Banked in off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 8. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Cook, the pass to Curry. Now, here's Aminu. Back to Curry, beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Mejri's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Lets a floater go. Nurkic with the block. Here is Cook, guarded by Barea. Aminu misses. Mavericks leading by 8. Lets it go from deep, and Barea with the basket on the assist by Lee.
Lee does a great job of sticking with it and then finding a teammate.
Cook kicks to Nurkic. Pass to Harkless. Nice D from Nowitzki.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Inside, Mejri with the steal. A floater. A nice shot by Barea.
Timeout.
Barea's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Turner comes in for Harkless, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Quinn Cook. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cantor checked in for Mejri. Porzingis comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And Doncic is subbed in for Lee. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Free throw, no good for Nurkic.
Kristaps Porzingis, standing 7'3". He's played power forward early in his NBA career, but with that height, his future, it could be at the center position.
Barea with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 11. Turner looking around. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Porzingis. And with Porzingis having the ACL tear, Greg, maybe losing some of his lateral quickness, perhaps accelerating his move to the 5.
I mean, part of his rehab was hitting the weights and just adding strength. I think, if anything, his offensive skill set, though, even more impactful at the 5.
2.
And that one falls for Turner. Tearaway warm-ups have long been a feature of the NBA. But last season, the new tearaway jerseys, they just kept ripping apart.
The old uniform malfunction, Kevin, last year. Yeah, maybe.
You even had a couple malfunctions, and that was odd.
Well, the tie, bad tie.
Yeah.
I always have bad ties.
Well,
I think they're looking back at the material choices for what they're doing. So maybe there'll be some subtle changes into this year. But it was interesting in the early part of last year. A lot of guys with a finger underneath the arm and pulling away a jersey and ripped away. So maybe the supplier will do something about the fabric this year.
Here's Cantor. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
Good touch on the jumper, especially from mid-range. Cantor hits a high percentage of those shots.
Lillard against Barea. Now here's Lillard. Defense is right there. Doncic with it. And Barea with the basket on the assist by Barnes. Barea's got 19 points.
Didn't want to settle for something going away from the basket. Aggressive with a finger roll.
Outside Curry. Kicks it to Aminu. Hits it from three-point range.
And this is where he can hurt you most offensively. Aminu's well schooled in the catch-and-shoot game.
Lillard against Barea. Barnes outside. Shoots over Turner. Barnes can't get it to go.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Lillard with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. He gets it in there. Lillard's got it back down to single digits for Portland.
That's high-level concentration there from Lillard. Stays under control in the face of some pretty good defense.
Porzingis finds Barnes. Porzingis inside. He's covered by Aminu. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
One thing about Porzingis last year that we saw with the departure of Carmelo Anthony is, could you lean on Porzingis to shoulder the offensive load? He was phenomenal in that role last year before the injury. So out on the perimeter, above the rim, finishing off breaks, he's capable.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And talking about Porzingis, what really separates him as a scorer, Brent, is his jump shot.
Well, at 7'3", we always think, man, he should be down on the post or have 2 feet in the paint working on his post-up game. That's not what he's about. He's terrific catching and shooting. He can handle the ball enough to take 1 or 2 dribbles to score at the rim. He's really good on the right side of the floor, shooting over the top at the mid-range, and he can overpower defenders. So all of the offensive skills are there.
Lillard against Barea. Lillard the pass to Nurkic, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Excellent footwork inside from Nurkic there to put the D in an awkward position and force them to foul him there.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Nurkic. Mavericks leading by 8. Here's Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. And there's the foul. It goes on Evan Turner. That is his first foul of the game. Kanter kicks to Barea. Back to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
Well, the size, length, and power of Kanter on full display that time.
Turner with it. Guarded now by Barnes. They get it again. Here's Aminu. Right side Curry. Nurkic bounce pass. Shot clock at 6. Here's Aminu. And that one hits back iron. Dallas has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Doncic passes to Barea. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
Curry finds Lillard. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 17 points for Damian Lillard. And so it's Barea with it. They'll bring it up for Dallas. They've led by as many as 14 points. Down low, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. 1 more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint. Great hands and the strength to create space.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's Kanter. Off the inbound. Over in the corner, Barnes. Lillard against Barea. And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. Here's Kanter. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Kanter's got 10 points in just the second half. And you talk about Kanter's inside game, but he's got a solid jump shot.
It looks very comfortable all the way out to 20 feet. I think before long we may see him add a three-point shot to his repertoire.
Here's Lillard.
Yeah, it's a tough call, but he has to be better in avoiding contact on that play. That's his fifth foul, and one more, it'll be hitting the showers.
Damian Lillard. Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls.
I mean, every year since his rookie campaign, Lillard gets the maximum attention from defenses. They're schemed to slow him down. That's what's so impressive about the numbers that he's put up throughout his career.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Passes it to Barea. Over in the corner, Barnes. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. And that's 20 points for Harrison Barnes. Trailblazers trail by 15. Here is Lillard. Fires the 3. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Barea, no good. Portland's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely.
Well, McCollum doesn't get a lot of dunks throughout the course of the year. Nice to see him rise up that time.
The pass to Barea. Now Doncic. Back to Barea. Just 5 on the clock. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. Over Aminu. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 20 points for Porzingis.
Defense right now looking for the off switch on Porzingis. It's not to be found.
Now a timeout called by Portland. You have to like what we're seeing from J.J. Barea.
And he can't be stopped right now. The D looks like they're at a loss, and they have no idea how to contain him.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just torn them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Here's Nurkic. The Mavericks pull it in. Kanter's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Now here's Barea. Barnes outside. Not really his range, and it's off target. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. Down by 15. He kicks it to Nurkic. Over in the corner, Turner. Over in the corner, Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. A 3 from McCollum. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Mavericks leading by 15. Barea with it. Pass to Barnes. Back to Barea. Outside, Porzingis. Over Aminu. Again, the Mavericks score.
And with time becoming a factor, that may do it, guys.
Well, leads are not given. They are earned, playing with desire and attention to detail all night.
McCollum outside. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 5 assists tonight.
Well, he's one of the league's more dangerous deep shooters. McCollum hits a high percentage of threes when he's in sync.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Porzingis. Commissioner Adam Silver has balanced his comments between wanting parity, Brent, and recognizing there are always going to be super teams. Is there middle ground there?
Is there middle ground?
I don't know.
I don't think so. You would like to have some of the teams just be more competitive than they are, but some of the creative, circuitous routes that teams have taken to put themselves into position to get better, younger talent has decimated.
What do you call that?
I don't have a term for it.
Okay.
I don't like the one that's used, so
Yeah.
I don't have a term for it. Let's just call it setting yourself up for the future, Kevin.
Looking ahead.
Yes, exactly. So I just don't think you'll ever get it. You do hope that some of the starving franchises do have some success for the fans who have they've had to bear a lot. So you root for them.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Mavericks.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Porzingis.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
So for the Trailblazers, Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Aminu. Harkless comes in for Evan Turner. And Cook subbed in for Lillard. And both free throws good for Nurkic. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. Now here is Harris. He's covered closely. Porzingis passes to Harris. And now Portland on the break. McCollum with the ball. And Leonard has it in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, not a bad time to be ripping the nets from distance, piling up some major points here.
Here's Harris. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. KP, balanced offensive effort tonight. What did you like about how you played?
I think we played as a team. We shared the ball, and it was a team effort today. And everybody was involved. Everybody was playing good offensively, and that's why we were able to come up with a win.
Really looking good at both ends tonight, Kristaps. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time